the safety, the cornerback, excuse me, on this side. That was Jake Schleter down, and responsibility was Urban's, and he was out there, and he could not make the tackle. So 3rd and 1 for the Raiders. There they go, straighter man Reams, and he drives for a first down. He gets about 3 or 4 on the play, gets the ball down to the 22-yard line. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Raiders with 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. The Tigers lead 7-0.
I'm not sure if something's wrong with B.J. Irvin or if he's just tired, but he wanted to come off the play before and barely got back into action. Now he comes off on this play, and he is replaced by number
13, number 10 is in there too. Well, that's not Derek Platt, we know that, so I have to check who that is. There's some movement in there. I know no flags were thrown. Evidently nobody got into the neutral zone, so Holm carries the ball down to the 15-yard line. It's going to be good yardage on the play, give him about 7.
Well, they're moving just like they did last year now on the Tiger defense, just slow, methodical drives, moving people out with their linemen, and they look like they have a good grinded out offense as well, even though it's almost all new players compared to last year, all but 4, that is.
Okay, 2nd down. Perkins calling a long count, hands it again to Holm. He's inside for a first down. Fumbled on the play, and the Tigers get the ball. First big break of the game. That must have come late, Dave.
Came late. I think Dahlman was the one tackling him. Dahlman and maybe Rosno, but Schleter got on top of that ball after Holm let it go. He had made the first down, and then on second effort he coughed it up.
I'm still trying to figure out who number 10, the linebacker, is, because I know it's not Derek Platt, the sophomore, who's injured, and I talked to him this week, and he's going to have that shoulder surgery. It sounds like it's not the serious one that they were afraid of with the rotary cuff, but he is still going to have some surgery on it. That must be Davis that had to go to 10. Okay, so Davis has got the ball now. That's Chris Davis breaking out. That's Davis. Davis. He's got a new shirt on.
Last ball here is Chris Davis.
So Davis got, looks like 6 yards. That caused a little confusion here as he had to switch numbers. His jersey must have been ripped. His 32 that he normally wears.
So Davis and Matt Thody are in the backfield. This time they hand it to Davis. He's looking for room. He swings outside. He gets by 1, 2, 3 players, and he's able to carry the ball out close to the 30-yard line. He stopped on about the 29. It's a hot night, and if Davis runs the ball every play like that, they're going to have to get him off some.
Nice run by Davis. Showed good power, and Northfield was grabbing at the ball. I'm sure he's been told to hang on to the ball, as he has coughed it up a couple times in games past, but doing a nice job so far tonight, and did last week.
Okay, in motion is Rosno going to the far side of the field, and that's the end of the first quarter. So the Tigers didn't get that ball off before the end of the quarter. The Tigers finished the first quarter with a 7-0 lead. And as the team's change ends, we will take a time and be back for second quarter action. Face a first down. They're on about the, I believe it was a 29-yard line. And a little quick look-in pass, and it's complete to Tim Thody, but there's a penalty on the play. Looks like it'll be on the Tigers, probably an illegal motion on it.
I believe it is. I think they're going to get him for the same thing that Northfield had, cutting up a little early. Although the referee threw it this time, and usually it's one of the linemen that'll throw that flag, so I'm not sure what the call is going to be.
That will negate about a 9-yard pickup on that little slant play that the Tigers have had some success. Just Kirchhoff stands up, looks, waits for the end or the person in the slot to open up, and Thody in this case got 9.
That's an illegal shift penalty. That means probably that more than one player was in motion at the same time. As Rosno was coming in motion, probably another one of the backs moved.
Okay, 1st and 15 now, Tigers. Ball's on the 24. Kirchhoff back again, throwing that ball to Caping over the middle. Caping makes a move, and he is tripped up by Perkins, who's in there playing too. He's the quarterback playing defense. Nice play on it. Again, well thrown and well caught.
Give him 14 yards, as I think he's just about 1 yard short of that first down, so that was a nice play. It seems to be open so far tonight. Which Caping was that?
That was Ryan. Haven't seen much of Adam yet tonight. He's a sophomore back. Okay, there's the ball handed to Davis again. Davis inside, dancing, and he's out for good yardage. Gets about 9 on the play.
Well, so far passing, I have Scott Kirchhoff, 3 of 5 for 41 yards. 2 of those completions have gone to Ryan Caping for 22 yards, and the other one to Rosno. So doing a nice job through the air, and Chris Davis on the ground is the workhorse.
Well, the best part of that for the Tigers is they're keeping the Raiders off balance because they've spotted the plays well. Andy Rosberg called a few first down passes, and so that way Northfield can't really come up and get set in their passing defense.
I'm not sure what the delay is here. If there's sweat on the ball, that's what I'm guessing, and they're asking for a towel to wipe it off. The center's probably sweating, and the ball gets wet, of course, and makes it difficult to grip.
If Bat Mosman and some of the crew again can get a picture of the flag down here, we'll see that it's perfectly still again tonight, just like it was a week ago tonight over at Glencoe. All right, there's Kirchhoff faking inside again. Kirchhoff looking. There's probably a hold. The play is complete. And it's another nice catch by Rosno, but this is going to come back because I'm pretty sure they're going to get a Tiger for holding out here.
That's certainly what it is.
Yep.
That's 10 yards and
from the spot.
From the spot, so it's actually going to be about a 13-yard penalty, which is very costly, taking away the catch, which was for 7 yards and 13 yards, so that's actually a 20-yard penalty if you net it out.
Right. So as you can see there, the officials coming over to the flag, the spot, and then he'll mark off 10 yards. Tigers will have to start then with a first and about, I'd say 23, almost a 15-yard penalty. So anyway, like I said, we got Matt Bosma and several other people up on the roof helping out tonight and Sue Potter coordinating it all. And there's another pass out here to Caping. He makes a move, steps out on the sideline, then he's drilled, knocked out of bounds. So,
well, that's a good play on first down. You get back, what is out of the 23, so get half of it on first down. The Tigers will take that every time.
There's the flag. Sue Potter is taking a picture of that for us up there, perfectly still. It's hot. I think it's 80 or plus out on the field, and that could have effect on some of these players as we get to second half action. A lot of players going both ways, but it's the same for both sides. Okay, there's Kirchhoff again. Kirchhoff looking to throw, going deep this time, throwing it far downfield, just overthrows Caping, who kind of quit running on a little bit on the play. I don't know why, but then eventually he sped up again and wasn't able to catch up with it.
I think Backham, number 63, is still hurting as he was sitting on his backside on the backfield that time after he had made his block, and his ankle is heavily taped, that left ankle, and he's kind of gutting it out as you see Ryan Caping, 22, coming back to the huddle.
Northfield takes time out. They've got Hutchinson 3rd and 10 from about the, what are we on here? 48-yard line. So, and we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back for continued action here in the second quarter. Tigers lead 7-0. Long, they need at least 10 to keep this drive going. They're on the 47, 48-yard line. There's the ball handed to Davis, and boy, they were waiting for him that time, and he got 0, and he's lucky to get back to line of scrimmage as he was really drilled in there by, well, Holm was 1. I saw him in 43. That's Reams. He came in strong.
Davis gets up limping fairly severely, so he took something in the ankle or the leg somewhere that time, and he can't even play on the punt team where he normally does, and having trouble getting off the field, as you see number 10.
Tigers send Caping out to cover the punt for Davis, who was dinged on that play. He really got drilled right in the thigh, I think. Tigers barely get Caping out there. He's running downfield as the kick comes over to the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds just outside the 20-yard line, and the Tigers will face their defensive team coming on the field on the Northfield on their Hutchinson 22-yard line.
Well, that really hurts the Tiger offense, but Davis being hurt, of course, and also the defense, because he's the relief for those linebackers, Irvin and Thody, as he's the third linebacker that comes in, and he's trying to walk it off on the near sideline, but I'm not sure what it was, if it was the ankle or what. He got kind of twisted up on the last carry.
Yeah, he really got drilled on that play. That was Reams that hit him, so Northfield out again. There's the ball handed inside. He's got some room. That's Reams, and he breaks out again for good yardage. Give him about 10 on the play as he gets it out to the 32 or 3 yard line. Could be a first down right on the first play.
Christensen, number 11, and number 62, Marvin, had to make the tackle, but not until he had a first down, and the Northfield Raiders have the ball and are moving with 9:33 to go in the second quarter.
Okay, Irvin's back in at linebacker. Try and catch who else is in there playing. Could be Wendorf.
55, Wendorf.
Yep, Wendorf. All right, here they are coming again. That's Reams coming wide, and they're trying to catch up, and several of them do, led by Dahlman and I think Backham. No, 26 was in on that play.
Jesse Doherty.
Doherty the end, so.
Nice play by the Tiger defense. Good gang tackling and pursuit that time on the wide play. Northfield appears to be better off going with the quick hitters or the straight up the middle things. I think we have another timeout.
Tigers have a equipment problem, and
Roseno's shoulder pads have come loose, I believe.
they're telling him to play, and they'll fix it in the meantime. They don't want to take Roseno off the field, so I think the referees are telling me you got to fix it, so kind of.
I think his belt is loose, and that's all it is. Nope, shoulder pads. He's caught. The referees tell him to get off. The coach tells him to get back on, so he comes off. Referee wins.
Tigers send out, it looks like
Adam Caping.
Adam Caping coming in to play that position. And Tigers will work quickly to get Roseno's equipment fixed, as he's a very vital member of that defensive unit. Probably be a throwing play. No, they're going to run her. There's 24. He's tackled, though. That was a quick hitter to Joel Gardner, the senior 5'11", or 5'9", 175.
Tom King, number 94, slants in from his end position, made the tackle after about a 2-yard gain, so nice play. Now it looks like a passing situation.
Yeah, they send Matt Thody in here and take out one of the linemen, Walling, and Tigers still have Roseno over on the sideline getting some repairs made to his equipment. So Caping has to guard the defender over there, Adam, the sophomore. See if they pick on him. If they don't know it, probably, though. New guy in there. There's a quick drop back, and they're throwing the go on the play, and it's overthrown. It's kind of a out zig, whatever you call it, and then sideline pattern.
There was nice coverage, though, by Schlueter. He was right stride for stride and did the right thing. Looked back. When the receiver looked back, that's good textbook defensive back play there.
Okay, Walling comes back in to rush the punter. Matt Thody comes out. They send back the two Capings. That's Adam on the near side, as you can see there, and Ryan on the far side. They had some good returns last year late in the season. See what they can do here. Okay. Again, it's kind of a short kick, and Adam Caping signaling for a fair catch, and that's probably a good idea there, as 43 Reams was right in his face.
Well, there you see the value of the personal protector for that punter. He upended B.J. Irvin right at the last minute when B.J. was going to get in and make that block, but the personal protector did his job and kept B.J. out of the backfield.
Sue's getting a picture. That's Skycam 5, Channel 5 up there, taking some pictures of this game. They're kind of fun to watch if you watch the 10 o'clock news on a Friday night. So. All right, here we go again. There's a little pass to Thody. Thody's open. Thody breaks free. Thody's making moves, and he gets about 15, 16 on the play into Northfield territory. Gets the ball down to the 44-yard line. So maybe the Skycam got that one, Dave.
Well, that was a nice hands catch by Thody, and what I mean by that is he didn't let the ball come into his chest where it could bounce off his shoulder pads. He caught it out in front with his hands and was able to carry it for first down and 16 yards.
Okay, so Kosick up over the ball. We'll catch these offensive linemen for you again. They're doing a good job in there. There's Kirchhoff again back, throwing deep. This time he's got Caping going down the middle. Oh, just overthrows by a foot. He had him for a touchdown, and it was just barely overthrown by, I'd say, 1 yard.
Well, that ball was in the air 50 yards. as Kirchhoff showed his arm there, he overthrew Caping, and Caping was down inside the 5-yard line by the time the ball got there, and he let it go from the 50, so that was a nice throw, airing out the defense, as he's showing that he's not afraid to put it up deep.
And even though that one was not completed, it shows Northfield that they better be on their toes, that Kirchhoff can zing that baby 50 yards, and they better be ready. They probably knew that anyway. So Caping split far to the far side, see if they go back. Davis is back in there. There's Davis on a little pitch. Dahlman trying to get out in front of him, and he can't quite get there, but Davis doing it all on his own, and he runs for a first down. He got drilled, but got a first down.
Yeah, he got hit hard that time. He didn't quite run under his pads toward the end of the run, and he's a little gimpy coming back again, and he's asking to come out.
First down for the Tigers.
Asking for a timeout.
First and 10 on the Raiders' 33-yard line.
That was Davis that called that one.
Yeah. Davis a little shaken up on the play,
and tired, I'm sure. But Coach Andy Rosberg is going to come out to talk to his offensive troops with 7:01 to go in the second quarter. 7-0 score. Hutchinson takes its first timeout, and while they talk it over, we'll take a break. Off, and the Tigers are faced with a 1st and 10 after Davis's run. 7:01 to go in the second.
Tigers have two offensive backs in there, Matt Thody and Adam Caping, two playing the deep back, and they hand the ball to Matt Thody inside, and he didn't get anything on that little trap. In fact, he lost a yard. Northfield was waiting for that.
Well, in years past, that's been the bread and butter play for many Tiger fullback, and that time it didn't work, as Thody didn't have anywhere to go, as he was met 2 yards deep in his own backfield.
Second and 12 from the 35-yard line.
Davis trying to collect himself. Tigers in split backs this time. They got two men to this side of the field. It's a pass play, and they throw it over the middle to Caping, and that might be an interception, I think, because they threw that into traffic, and Kirchhoff's pass was picked off by 32. That was Gregor Wilson, a senior defensive back, 6'1", 85, as nice play by the defensive back. He really had Caping covered well on that play.
Probably shouldn't have been thrown, but that's easier to say up here, of course. And Caping was just on the wrong side of that ball. His defender was between him and the ball and was able to wrestle it away. So that was a nice play by Northfield defender, and they get the ball on their own 22.
Okay, so we'll see what the Tigers come up with here, as there's Reams as he blasts off tackle. You can tell him when he runs with authority. He gets about 8 or 9 right off the bat as he drives several of the Tigers backward on the play.
Well, as we mentioned last series, it just appears that they're a much stronger running team on the quick openers or straight up the middle than when they try and go laterally and beat the Tigers with quickness. And they get 9 yards on that play, and Ream has been very successful running off tackle.
Okay, they were running at King and Marvin on that play. Okay, 2nd and 1. Here's a back to Reams once again as he breaks free for about 4. Gets it out over the 35-yard line to about the 36 with 5:37 remaining. Tigers lead in the second quarter, 7-0.
Along with Scott Walling, number 56, in that stop.
Walling, number 56, was one of the tacklers. I didn't get the other one there. Who that was?
It's been a long first half with a lot of pass attempts and first down so far, and there's still 5:27 to go in the second quarter.
Perkins under center. Long count. Hands it again to, this is 12 to Holm, and Holm struggles forward. Give him about 4 on the play as he was able to wedge it out a little bit, got it out to a 40-yard line where it's going to bring up 2nd and about 6.
King, 94, made the tackle 5 yards downfield that time from his end position. But that time they lined up in the wishbone, as they have done in the past, of course, and they, like I said, show a lot of formations to the Tiger defense.
Jim Anderson, number 56, a senior at 6'1", 200, comes over the ball for the Raiders. Perkins under center, hands the ball to Holm, that is, and Holm is struggling, but a nice tackle in there by Walling. Nice tackle, one-on-one.
Yep, nice leg drive on that tackle. He wrapped him up, wrapped the arms, and drove through with the legs just like you're supposed to, and they did give him one. I didn't think he even had one. I guess they gave him forward progress.
Big play for the Tigers here if they can stop Northfield in their own territory and force a punt. We'll see what the kind of bet on Reams, but now they're calling a timeout, and Northfield's going to talk it over. And so with 4:17 remaining in the first half, with the Tigers leading 7-0, Northfield facing a 3rd and 3. We'll be back after this timeout.
You can see the official standing over the ball, the umpire with the towel hanging down, as it, as we mentioned, is a wet ball, not from the rain or the weather, but from sweat, because it's such a warm night here and the center is dripping on it. So you can still hear the whir of the helicopter above. Channel 5 helicopter is showing this. There's another shot of it up there, but thus far they've probably shown the interception and maybe the one nice run by Davis, but that's about all they've had to show since they've gotten here.
All right, 3rd and 3 for the Raiders. Big play for them. They're in a full house wishbone backfield, long count, and they hand the ball to Reams, and Reams is driven sideways, and he's short, but we'll see what kind of a spot. He's going to be about a yard short, but I wouldn't bet they may go for it.
Paul Rosenow drove him sideways along with Schlueter, I think, number 12. Nice play. Well, they're bringing the punt team, but don't count on it.
Okay, they look like they're showing punt. Tigers would get it with about 3.5 minutes, if indeed it is a punt. Appears to be. Good snap. There's a kick coming to this side of the field, and again, Adam Caping signals for a fair catch. Way down inside the 20-yard line at about the 18.
37-yarder with no return. Nice punt.
Yep.
So I think they did what they wanted to that time and pin the Tigers deep and make them go the length of the field to get a score with 3:36 remaining in the second quarter.
Well, the Tigers no doubt will have to go to the air here, as they only have 3:36 remaining. Mix in some runs. They only have 1 timeout remaining, Dave says.
Two.
2 timeouts? I thought that was down to 1, but maybe they have 2.
Northfield used 2, Hutch used 1.
Davis is not in there either yet, so. All right, there's Kirchhoff looking. He's over the middle to Tim Thody, and that was just knocked away by number 15 Perkins on the play.
It was there. Nice coverage, though, by Perkins, who plays quarterback, of course, on offense. And that was about 15 yards from the line of scrimmage where it was knocked away from Thody.
I haven't seen Davis come out of many games in his career of 3 years at Hutchinson, so he must have got dinged pretty good on that one, and Tigers take a timeout.
Now they just have 1 remaining as Andy Rosberg comes out to talk to Kirchhoff, and the players get some more water, and as they talk it over, we'll take 1 more break.
Okay, the Tigers facing 2nd and 10, deep in their own territory from their 18-yard line, trying to move this out of there. Adam Caping deep. He gets the ball. There's Adam through the line. O'Ryan through the ball line. He only gets about 1 on the play. As he's brought down, Chris Davis continues to stay on the sidelines. We've been wondering if the heat hasn't got to him a little bit, Dave, as they're trying to hydrate him.
Yeah, they're putting the cold towels around his head and giving him lots of fluids, and so I think that might be. He obviously had his leg dinged as well, but I think what they're working on right now is the dehydration probably.
All right, Tigers face a 3rd down with still 2:58 remaining. Kirchhoff this time fakes, hands the ball to Caping outside. Caping's got a little room if he can make that corner, but boy, he's dragged down.
It's going to be a face mask, I think, on the Tigers, and 2 officials threw it. We'll see. There's an official. The referee is in the white hat. A defensive hold.
Yeah.
That's unusual on a running play. So that's automatic first down, I believe.
Probably maybe from the end of the play. I'm not up on how they measure that off, but there's 2 flags about 10 yards apart. I don't think it makes a lot of difference. I think you march it off from where the play ends, so the Tigers get a big break there, as Ryan Caping gained about 8, but he still would have been a little bit short of the first down. Who was that? Was that Reams that ran him down?
I'm not sure. I was watching the flag. That's a long one, though. I'm not. I think they called it face mask.
Probably grabbed one of our...
Personal foul, that was. Personal foul.
Okay.
15-yard penalty.
Taggart goes off. He might have been the guy that they flagged on that. That's their big player, and they might have brought him off to talk to him a little bit. So Tigers get a good break there as they're over the 40 now. Here comes a reverse at hand to Thody. Thody's got some room. He needs a block. Oh, and he slips and goes down just as Ingwall was making a block on 15. Perkins. Thody slipped on the play and was covered right at the 45-yard line.
Boy, was that nicely developed, though. I mean, the line did their job there. They created the hole and put him into the secondary before Northfield knew what hit him. So that was a nice 12-yard gain for Thody.
Okay, Caping continues. Ryan to play the tailback, and Thody on the flank, and Roseno at one end, Ingwald at the other end. And they split and rotate around. Kirkhoff waits. This time he hands the ball. No, it's a fake. He's looking far downfield, and he's going to be wrestled down on the play by one of the linemen, number 77 for the Raiders.
Well, even though that was a sack, it was only a loss of 3, and that's probably better to pull that one down if it wasn't there. So rather than force the ball into some tight coverage, take the sack and try it again on second down.
Bjorn Fredrickson, and that's the name of Fredrickson. They've had a lot of them in Northfield, so he's only a junior, and nice play.
Tigers going to have to hurry a little bit if they want to get some points. They might be happy just to let this clock go down without Northfield getting the ball back.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that they're in Northfield territory. They'll put her up now. Good protection. Kirkhoff's looking deep. Kind of throws that one away, though, as Roseno was triple covered on the play.
Again, another smart decision by Kirkhoff. He put that ball out there, but only where, if the Tigers weren't going to get it, Northfield wasn't either. So that time it was into about a 10-yard open space that was out there. Now Kirkhoff has attempted 12 passes already, and he's missed on his last 4 after going 5 for his first 8.
All right, so he was over and talked to the coaches, and he comes out. This is a big play for the Tigers with 1.5 minutes remaining. They need 12 yards, though, on this play to get a first down.
Of course, the clock is stopped with the incomplete.
Okay, there's the pass. There's the fake. Rolling wide is Kirkhoff. He's going to have to run it. He turns it upfield. Oh, makes a nice cut. Goes outside wide, and he may go. What a play by Kirkhoff. Wow. Great run, huh?
Boy, he made up his mind early, and he made that one nice cut against the grain, and nobody caught him. That was a nice run. It was all the way from 47 yards out, the touchdown run by Scott Kirkhoff.
Well, he didn't have that speed a year ago, I don't think, but this time he made a beautiful cut, and he went back against the grain, caught everybody going to the near side of the field, and away went to the races for 47 yards. So Scott Kirkhoff, great play. Tigers go up with 1:15 remaining. We were trying to get a first down for the Tigers, and they made the touchdown.
I was just going to comment on how, well, obvious it is. Having Davis not in the lineup really limits the Tigers offensively.
High snap, put down, and up, and good. No good by Emmons. Came off to the left side. Kind of got screwed up a little bit as the snap was high, and thought he put it down, but the kick was to the left. So we'll see if that's a big play later on as the Tigers go up 13-0 here with 1:15 remaining in the first half after a nice run by Kirkhoff of 47 yards.
Right, that was a very nice run. He had the decisiveness this year, and he had the speed, and he had the vision to make that run. That's what was most important. He knew right when to make the cut and did it well and cut back across the grain. And there was one man, the safety man, who could catch him and could not. So nice run, 47 yards. But I was just going to comment on how not having Davis there with that run option really makes it tough for the Tigers offensively.
Yeah, and they want to use Caping out wide, Ryan, on that to throw to him, and if he has to line up in the tailback position, that has to alter their play. So we'll see here what Emmons is going to do on his second try to kick. First one wasn't real successful as it hit one of the up linemen and bounded only to about the 42-yard line, and that's where Northfield took off. He'll try and get it into a little hole deeper this time, I would think. There he is. He's kind of looking for a little gap, but I think it's going to go out of bounds. No, it stays in bounds. Nice job down to the 10. Adam Caping was down, took out the interference, and then number 12 of the Tigers, Jake Schleter, made the...
Oh, on that block, you said Adam Caping took out the interference. He got clipped. They're calling a clip or a block in the back, some type there, and that's going to put Northfield deeper in their own territory.
Clip. So they'll go back half the distance to the goal. The ball is on about the 22-yard line, so they'll spot her back to the 11-yard line. Well, they'll have to start deep with only 1:07 remaining here in the first half as the Tigers lead at home 13-0.
Well, each team has one timeout remaining in this first half with 1:07 to go as Northfield takes possession deep. And this is their 5th possession of the first half, and by far their worst field position is all the way down to the 9-yard line. So far they've started out on their own 42, own 49, two good position, then their own 22 twice, now their own 9. So they've been going progressively worse on their field position.
Tigers will be kind of in a prevent defense. They don't want to give up a big gainer here of all things. It's a full-house backfield, and that's into the line is Holm, I believe. No, 24. That's Gardner. He got about.
Made that tackle for the Tigers, number 64.
Got 7. Tigers will give him 7, only 45 seconds remaining. Again, the wishbone back there for the Raiders. Perkins comes up and he hands the ball inside to Taggart, and Taggart's drilled right as he gets to the line of scrimmage. And B.J. Irvin and Marvin and maybe one other one.
Nice swarming that time on the Tiger defensive line and linebackers. They got to the ball carrier in a hurry, and the clock continues to go, and this is going to be the last play of the second quarter with only 10 seconds and counting if they even get this one on.
I don't think they want to run another play, so they're just going to let the clock run out as there's only 4 seconds remaining. So the Tigers go into the half with a 13-0 lead here from SR Knutson Field. And Dave, we'll get a little summary of the scoring here from Dave Hansen as he goes over these stats.
Well, it's all Tigers, of course, at a 13-0 score, but it started out with Davis, impressive on the first drive. He capped it off with a 1-yard run with 7:50 to go in the first. Emmons added the extra point that time. There was no scoring until all the way down to 1:15 to go in the second quarter there, as Kirchhoff, we just saw, scampered 47 yards for a nice run and a touchdown. But Emmons failed to add the extra point that time, so that's where we stand at 13-0. And we have, I just quickly recap the running. Davis, before he got hurt, carried 14 times for 75 yards to lead the ground attack, and Kirchhoff was 5 for 12 passing for 69 yards and 1 interception on those passes. So at the half, it's 13-0, Hutchinson over Northfield, with Sue Potter doing the camera work. This is Don Hansen. Dave Hansen, along with Don Hansen, will be back for second half action.